today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Kylie Cosmetics Royal Peach palette. At first I was just going to do like swatches, talk about this palette, you know, the thing that I normally do on a Friday, if this was a first impression Friday, but it's not Friday. I thought instead of just kind of like looking at this palette, we would do sort of a peach battle, a peach showdown. What is up lately with all the makeup companies crazy about peaches and unicorns? Are you guys noticing this? Like peaches and unicorns. Everybody's coming out with like a product related to either of those items. I dig it. Today I did all of my makeup using the new Kylie Cosmetics Royal Peach palette. I think I did do a pretty extreme look today. I don't know why I did these like darknesses under my eyebrows. What was the inspiration for that? I don't know. At first I really did want to recreate the look on the cover of the palette packaging, but they're using this royal blue color. We'll get into that in a minute. And I thought that that would look really freakish with my blue eyes. Do you guys ever just wish you could instantly change the color of your eyes? Because I do. Like many days I wish I had like gray eyes or brown eyes. I feel like more makeup goes with people with those eye colors. I don't know. We're gonna let the peaches battle today. We're gonna let them duke it out. We're gonna see who comes out in the end as the triumphant peach, or do we just give everybody a trophy? Let's just go over the facts really quick. This is the new Kylie palette, which is technically not out until the 12th of January, so we still have a couple of days, right? It's not the 12th yet. This was sent to me in the mail as like a sneaky peeky. It will retail for, what is it, $42, $45? It retails for $45. You get 12 eyeshadow shades in here and a makeup brush, which I already used to create today's look. Back at it again. I know that this one came out a long time ago. I think I already did a video review of this one, didn't I? This is Too Faced Sweet Peach palette, and this one is $49, so a little bit more expensive. You get 18 eyeshadows in this one, so 6 more than the Royal Peach palette, but you don't get a brush. So you kind of have to, in my opinion, just look at what you would like more, what you would want to use more. And I know that it's kind of like a thing on the internet right now saying how incredibly similar these two palettes are. And I do see some similarities, but to me, they are not exact dupes. You get a lot more bright colors, I feel like you could say, in the Kylie palette, and you get more like neutrals and almost like beigey browny sorts of shades in the Sweet Peach palette. I have not yet swatched them like in a togetherness sort of way to sort of like analyze like how similar are they. The other big difference to me, maybe this isn't that big of a deal to you guys, but the Kylie palette smells like makeup. It doesn't smell like peaches. The Too Faced Sweet Peach palette does smell like peaches. Is that something that's important to you? I don't know. I like the peachy smell, honestly. So let's go ahead and swatch the Kylie palette first, because correct me if I'm wrong. I don't, comment down below. Sometimes my own life is very fard. It's very fard for me to remember. So I kind of don't remember if we have gone into this one, done a deep dive. I definitely remember we did the peanut butter and jelly palette, but I don't know. I don't remember anything. The very first color in the Kylie palette is Sorbet. What would we call this one? You guys can see the color for yourself. I feel like sometimes I annoy you guys by being like, it's a peachy pink sort of beigey kind of undertone-y color. The next color in this palette is Seashell, and this is one of the more metallic-y type shades. A little bit, I really almost said peachy. How insanely stupid. It's, you know, in the peach palette, it's a really peachy shade. Next to me is one of my favorites so far in the palette, and to me definitely is the most peachy, which is Peachy. The shadow is literally named Peachy, but I like it. It's peachy. It's like definitely a very bright, vibrant, peachy kind of color. Up next is definitely the most daring shade in the palette for me. It's Royal, and it is exactly what the name says that it is, like a bright royal blue. Up next is another one of my favorite shades in the palette, just swatching it. I mean, I've only worn this palette once, so it's not like I can be like, oh, I wear this one all the time. But just based on swatch, based on looks, based on like knowing what types of makeup looks I like to create, I think I would end up using the next shade a lot. It is called Queen Bee, and it is a very metallic gold kind of shade. The last shade on the first row, top row, is called Duke, and this is like Peachy's metallic cousin. It is almost the same shade in my mind as Peachy, but it's metallic. Did I just say the same thing twice? Why am I like that? Getting into the bottom row, the first shade is Duchess. And this is sort of like a rose gold metallic to me. You know, once again, I still feel like it's in the peach family, but it's not as peach colored as Peachy. Up next is a really good base shade in my opinion, and that is called Sandy. And it really is just like the color of sand if you wipe some sand on your face, but in a good way. Up next is another very metallic-y color, and in my mind, or in my eyes, I should say, this looks almost like peridot colored. It's like a gold metallic, but the base to me looks kind of green. Do you guys see that? Up next is a beautiful purpley metallic shade, and this is called North Star. Is this named after Northwest? I don't know. Doesn't she like purple? How do I know this? This is like some random pop culture blurb that I really don't need to know. But I did see like some sneak peeks on the internet of some more palettes that Kylie will be doing, and I think one is for Penelope and one is going to be for Northwest. And so, I don't know. I just remember one of them being pink and one of them being purple. Maybe I have it mixed up. I don't know how all of a sudden I have all this Kardashian knowledge in my brain. The next color is definitely my favorite in the palette. It is the one I truly went absolutely wacky with today, and that is Crush. And to me, this is sort of like it's very, very similar to Peachy, honestly, but it's once again kind of like got more vibrance to it, more pigment, almost a little bit neon, maybe like a little bit more red, I guess you could say. What are you guys seeing in this shade? How do you feel about it? I really like it. That is why I rubbed it all over my eyes today. I know my look kind of ended up looking like I just used one color, but I in fact did use 4 from this palette today. And the last shade, another one of my favorites, is Cinnamon. And this is a really nice burnt orange kind of color. It definitely looks more orange to me than cinnamon, you know, like cinnamon gum or something like that, which is normally red. This definitely does look more orange. You guys know that I absolutely love orange eyeshadows. I use them all the time. I feel like it's very complimentary to both my eyes and my skin tone. This is the color palette. Ta-da! I think it's very beautiful. I mean, you do definitely get like some standout shades that are a little bit out there, but overall, you know, really nice neutral colors that I could see a lot of people easily wearing, you know, on a day-to-day basis. How do you guys feel about this? This might be my favorite Kylie eyeshadow palette so far, but I also really did love the burgundy one. There are some side-by-side looks of the entire Sweet Peach palette next to the Royal Peach palette. And for me, I mean, I don't see a ton of similarities. I feel like there are colors in these two palettes that communicate very well together, and I feel like you could kind of use them interchangeably. Maybe interchangeably is not the word that I'm looking for, but I can definitely see them complementing each other very well. Like maybe you would want to do a look and use 2 shades out of Sweet Peach, 2 shades out of Royal Peach, but I definitely don't think that they are exact dupes for each other. There were 3 shades that I really thought like, nah, maybe they could be pretty dupey, so I swatched those on my hand for you right now. I hope that this is okay, that this is like helpful in any way. I don't know. The most similar shades to me are Peachy from the Royal Peach palette and Candied Peach from the Sweet Peach palette. So this right here is Candied Peach from Sweet Peach, and this is Peachy from Royal Peach. And I mean, these are pretty dupey, but when you're looking at them in person, they're still pretty different. Up next, I thought that Puree from the Sweet Peach palette was very similar to Sandy from the Royal Peach palette. So this right here is Sandy, and this is Puree. Now, Puree to me is more of a chestnut brown, while Sandy is more of a sand color. Lastly, like sort of visually, and when you look side by side, these two look kind of dupey, but then when I put them like right next to each other, I feel like even from back here, you can look at that and be like, whoa, that's not too much of an exact dupe. This is Cinnamon right here from the Royal Peach palette, and this is Summer Yum from the Sweet Peach palette. To me, the biggest difference is you get more shades with one of them, you get a brush with the other one. Price difference, there really isn't that much room there. Like it's what, $5, $7 difference. Honestly, like if you really love makeup and you love kind of like neutral shades, I could definitely see somebody getting a lot of use out of each of the palettes. That is my 2 cents on it. I like both of them. I like everything. I like turtles.
I like turtles.
Do you think that they are more dupey than I do? Who do you think is the triumphant peach here? Who was the #1 peach? I feel like the Sweet Peach palette is kind of like an OG for me. I also really love the way that it smells. It's hard for me to pick a favorite peach. I mean, look at that blue. If you need a royal blue shade in your life, you can see that one from like a mile away. I feel like they could use this at an airport to land an airplane and be like, just look for the blue stripe. Thank you guys so much for being here today and for watching. If you're not already and you'd like to be, hit that button down below, subscribe, become a member of the Swamp family, and give an alligator its wings. Also, if you want, you can like me on Facebook, facebook.com/graveyardgirl, or you can follow me on Twitter, Tumblr, or Instagram at graveyardgirl. Same way it's spelled here. I love you guys so much, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye!